our second unit, which is tech. So um, I hope you all hear me, and I will start. Second. So our second topic, which is about tech, uh, is discussed today. So we're going to cover the meaning and actually the a little bit of history where writing started, how long it started, um, what is involved in writing, then text itself, understanding fonts and uh, typefaces. We also have text in computers. Yeah. And then finally, we'll do a recap on hypermedia. But this will just be a walkover. Um, Generally, this topic is about mm, fonts and typefaces, how to create some of them, how to make your text a little bit special and unique. You look at a few examples, and then how to install. Because the idea is for us to be able to create um, uh, unique text that probably expresses that leaves an expression or a feeling. Yeah, because when you write text, you know there is a message between lines. Yeah, that is not necessarily written, but that is conveyed through the font and text you use. Yeah. Okay. Now, text uh, came into use uh, nearly 6,000 years ago. There are many literatures about this. Yeah, I just picked a few of them, but it's considered that the Yahoo symbols are the oldest way of writing, of conveying text. Yeah, and sometimes a few people in a community were allowed, yeah, or able to read. Yeah. Uh, I just a close um, close event to actually privileged people is that during the colonial time, a few people were actually allowed to wear a wrist watch or specs. Yeah, and you know that this is an inspector. Yeah, these were Africans, these were black, but they used to work for uh, white people in their ranches and plantations. Yeah, but as an inspector, probably they would know how to read. They would wear a wristwatch, a pair of specs, and that's how you'd actually notice that this is somebody of high class. Yeah. So only members of the ruling classes and priesthood were able to read. Yeah. Another literature traces um, actually defines writing as a way to communicate without the need of a one-on-one conversation. Yeah, that was actually before the the phone. Yeah, telephone communication. If you want to have a conversation with somebody, you'd actually have to write. Yeah, and many sorts of writing were invented independently, but they are all traced from the Near East. Yeah, this is China and Mesoamerica. Yeah. This recent way of writing, there's one called the cuneiform, which is a system of writing. Then it was basically developed uh, between 3500 and 30,000 before Christ. Yeah, and this is the full actually writing system that has been uh, discovered so far that actually has a full meaning. Yeah. In Africa, there was a king called Joya in Cameroon. This is a video. You can actually watch it later in your free time. Yeah. So he also had developed some scripts. Yeah, but I think this was wiped out when the missionary came to Africa because they probably wanted us to use their language, yeah, Spanish or Portuguese, French, and English, depending on which country was colonized. Yeah. Otherwise, Uh, the importance of text in multimedia found through to explain how an application works. You know, um, for most of us, I think we are familiar with readmes or latest releases for applications or how do you call them, user manuals or user guide. Yeah. Uh, some of you who have done HTML, actually most of you use text actually for navigation. Yeah. Uh, even in animation and video, uh, pick any advertisement on TV, you'll most likely come across text actually, which explain more about what's going on. Yeah, explain more about the product that is being sold. Yeah. So text essentially is about the alphabet character, yeah, A to Z, the numbers 0 to 9, and then special characters. You find signs, punctuation, and symbols in this big set of special characters. Yeah. Lately, we have icons, you know, emojis. Uh, When you want to wish somebody happy birthday, actually, your keyboard will actually suggest an emoji with a cake and candle. Yeah. When you're heartbroken, there's an emoji that will actually express that. Yeah. Now, these are late special icons, symbol drawings, yeah, that will actually be considered as a part of text, yeah, in math. Those who are doing, those who did linear algebra, yeah, you will find many symbols that actually mean something, yeah. So there are a few factors affecting text, yeah. I'm sure we have come across all these terms, yeah, especially in our CSS topic. Yeah. Now I consider this as a review or an emphasis on these terms. Yeah, we use them, but probably uh, we didn't know what they mean. Yeah. So a few factors affecting the legibility of text is size. Yeah. Size of text matters. The background, yeah, the foreground colors. You have the style. You have the leading, yeah, which is space between lines. Yeah. And then there's a canning that you're going to see in the slides to come. Yeah. Uh, we've seen this word typeface somewhere, and it's easy actually to confuse this term with others. Yeah, difference between actually typeface and font. Uh, we normally often use them interchangeably, yet they have a specific definition. Yeah, where the typeface is a family of graphic characters that usually include many uh, type sizes and styles. Yeah, a typeface is basically a font family. Yeah, like Arial, Times New Roman. Yeah, you have the Courier and many others. Yeah. Now, font will then be the collection of the characters, yeah, of a single size, yeah, and style belonging to a title. Now you have different styles, yeah, in font. You have bold, italic, underline, super, and subscript, and uh, straight through, and so many others. Yeah. Examples of font you have like in Arial, you have black, narrow, italic, bold, different types. Uh, I may say different fonts in one family. Yeah. Um, for us to understand the font uh, very well, we actually go through its characteristics, font style, font size, case serif, and sans serif. We go through them actually one by one. Font style will determine whether your content is actually bold, yeah, uh, imposed, yeah. Imposed is when you look at your laptop. I don't know if some of you uh, uh, got this Strathmore laptop. There's a way they engrave actually, yeah, it's engrave the Strathmore logo, yeah. And when you touch the surface of the tablet, yeah, you actually feel the imposed text, yeah. You can also find this on ladies' handbags, yeah. And this will actually define the identity of the product that bears the text, yeah. Other things are, of course, color or strike through, yeah. After the font style, we have the font size, yeah. And this has a very important role because uh, it measures the size of the characters, yeah, uh, often in points. Yeah. Uh, I don't know, BTC, I think you have a unit where you design, I get the correct name of the unit. Yeah. Normally it's Oderi. Can somebody remind us the unit name where I think you design items? Yeah. Anyone from BTC? Yeah. But this special and careful writing is also found in engineering, yeah, where the engineering students are taught how to label objects or equipment they come up with. Yeah, it's called normalized script. I remember back in college, I had a roommate who was doing engineering, and they used to have this type of assignments where they're going to write a full paragraph, um, just with uh, this is handwritten, yeah, but they need to make sure that all letters, yeah, are of a specific size, yeah, like when the way you see here in the In the illustration, you have the ascendant H and the descendant P. Yeah. So all letters that have descending tails like P, Y, or G should basically have the same height. Yeah. These are lowercase characters. Yeah. And then ascendant letters like H or T or L should also have the same height, which is a, a little bit higher than the cap lock. Yeah, these are uppercase letters. Yeah, and it's that uniform. Yeah, so they used to do this quite often. Yeah. Now, still on the font size, we have the cunning and the leading. Yeah. So the leading is basically the space between two lines. Yeah. In CSS, you have line space as a property to actually determine the distance between two lines. Yeah. And then we have the cunning, which is the space between letters. Yeah. Or adjustment space between letters. Yeah. You realize that the space between A and V will be will have a different output here as a space between V and W. Yeah. And actually, uh, Canning will help make this spacing uniform. Yeah. As you can see, there is if you're writing, uh, let's say a word like uh, um, think forward. Yeah, if there is no cunning, yeah, especially in cup, yeah, if there is no cunning, um, the space between A and W will look odd, yeah, uneven, yeah. Why? Because of the shape of A and W, especially in cup. Yeah. Now, cutting applies where actually A and W are placed in such a way that they comply with the uniformity of the rest of the word. Yeah. But um, by definition, just the adjustment of letters, of spaces between letters to achieve uniformity. Um, Case, we know about case. Yeah, we have uppercase and lowercase. Mm, and this um, we normally use intercaps when we are naming functions and classes in object-oriented programming, or when we are naming our project, yeah, so as to avoid white spaces or underscore. Yeah. Um, when we talk about case sensitivity, that means the way word is written, yeah, it must adhere to a certain rule, yeah, especially when it comes to your password. Uh, it is very case sensitive. I just talk about functions and classes, methods. Yeah. Keywords are normally case sensitive, yeah, in scripting languages. Yeah, but this is not the case in markup languages. I think markup languages are not sensitive. Yeah, but I think XML is case sensitive. Yeah, don't remember what. Okay. Um, Case insensitive text. One example is email address. Yeah, whether it's uppercase or lowercase, I think the email will be delivered to the given address. Still, under understanding the font type and face, we have the serif and the sans serif that we normally come across when we select typeface. So the serif is basically the stroke at the end of a given letter. You will see that in the Times New Roman, yeah, sometimes, and sans serif, which is without the sans, the S-A-N-S word is the French for without. That means without serif, and that means without the stroke at the end of the letter. An example is Arial and many other typefaces. Now, using text in multimedia comes with a few efforts, yeah, because you need to choose the font you want to use. Yeah, it has to be the most legible. Yeah, uh, it has to flow with the context. Yeah, ideally, this is used when you're coming up with um, posters or flyers. Yeah. You need to use a font that flows with the context. Yeah. The bold or italics is used actually to convey meaning. Yeah. In the student center, I think, I don't know if it's still there, there used to be a poster to advertise for, I think it's either burger or hot dog. Yeah. And then you have, I think there's a specific day or every day, I don't remember, where you can buy two and get one, yeah, free. Yeah. And this type of advert um, is used in many outlets in town. Yeah. So the poster flyer is designed in such a way that um, just as you look at the poster, yeah, the first word, the first term you read is actually get one free. Yeah. And that actually plays a very important role when it comes to advertisement. Before you know what you need to do actually to get one extra free, yeah, you know that there is something you're going to get free. Yeah, and that actually may pay uh, into attracting more customers and clients. Yeah. So this is very important when you're choosing your font. Yeah, when you're designing with text. Yeah, uh, even in movies. Yeah, when they start displaying the cast. Yeah, especially when the movie starts. Yeah, there will be the main actor and then the guest. Yeah. So there's a font, there's a type of font that are going to be used for the main actor. Yeah. And then the guest actors. Yeah. Now, depending who is guest or main, yeah, you need to choose a proper font. Otherwise, the viewers will interpret the text differently, and this can actually be uh, it's very critical. Yeah. So as a video editor and the producer, you need to know actually how to play around with font and text, even in music. Yeah. When a song belongs to an artist and there is a guest artist who is actually featuring, yeah, there's a way they present them even in a video clip. Yeah. So to mean that one is a guest, another one is the host. Yeah. Of course, background, foreground will matter a lot. Yeah. And of course, adjusting the leading and turning. Yeah. Very, very important. Um, Now, if you look at uh, some companies, yeah, corporate companies, they actually come up with their own font. Yeah, they design their own font. Yeah. In the next few slides, we will just uh, share how to come up with your own font. Yeah. An example of a company that has created its own font is Coca-Cola. Yeah. Um, I think we all know about Coca-Cola. We know the company. Uh, Other companies that have uh, to, yeah, other companies that have come up with their own fonts probably are not known to most of us. Yeah, but I've seen quite a number. So it's basically important to know your idea, what you want to achieve. If you want to come up with, you want to design your font. Yeah. So step one is to research. Yeah. To look at what's existing already. Yeah. To look at all their characters, A to Z. This is alphabet and numbers. Yeah. But it's good also to just concentrate on the letters that you are going to use. Yeah. Like for the same example of Coca-Cola, they concentrate on the letters that are in their company name. Yeah. The tagline um, changes very often. Yeah. But company name, yeah, uses the tagline changes very often and therefore uses um, normal font. Yeah. So you're not creating a font beyond personal, uh, if you're not creating a font beyond personal use, then you can concentrate on the letters you're going to use. Yeah. But if it's beyond personal use, then you probably have to include everything else. Yeah. That is very important. Uh, there are also tools, yeah, that you can actually use um, to generate a pattern, yeah, of your font of choice. But this
episode. So
comes after step two, where you need to do calligraphy. You basically have to draw, yeah, one. You have to draw every letter, yeah. This could be by hand, yeah. Um, a pen and or a pencil and paper will come in handy. This way, you determine all the corners, yeah, all the curves on each letter. Yeah. So, and all the characters. Yeah. Before you actually take to a software, yeah, because with the software you trace through your calligraphy, you trace through uh, what you have drawn using your pencil. Yeah. Mm, basically. Um, Still on step two, there are a few ones that um, you may want to use, yeah, actually to make sure that your letters are friendly because they contain all sorts of uh, letters when it comes to um, ascending stroke and descending stroke. Why? Because and you have the H, yeah, uh, the normally set the standard for the capital letters, yeah, and then the N and the O. The standard actually is all about the ascenders and the descenders letters, yeah, or stroke on letters. Yeah. Remember the anatomy, which is the determinant of the dimension of each of the characters, yeah, which is very important. Yeah. So you have the serif. You will with the serif you will know how to adjust the kerning, yeah, and then with the ascendant and descendant you will know how to adjust the leading. Yeah. Now, in step three, you actually introduce the tool that you're going to use to retrace or to trace now what you have drawn on paper. Is that said letter, which is known for the, a good lettering. Yeah. And remember when you're tracing, yeah, to when you're tracing, it's good to observe the size and weight, yeah, of the typeface. because this may actually change, yeah, depending on the width, yeah, of your stroke, yeah. We'll see this when we demonstrate using Inkscape. Uh, because in the next, um, in step 4, you can use any of these software, Photoshop, Illustrator, or Inkscape to actually come up with the calligraphy. Now, this is actually used to trace. Yeah, we'll do an example. We'll do a demonstration shortly. So all basic characters need to be created. This is when the font will actually be used beyond personal use. And then you need to experiment, yeah, by writing different words on in different paragraphs, so many lines that you keep up with the anatomy of letters. Yeah. Then you observe the turning, alignment, the leading, and also the tracking, although it's not mentioned here. Um, the speed, um,
situation as you dive near it. It grabs you suddenly, and it doesn't
well,
let
this
go
is
until the pressure
basically
is equal.
about testing
When it's got you,
before you actually compress your text or your font into a format that can actually be installed. Yeah. As an example, um, if you actually go on I had fonts here. Yes, fonts are here. If you go on Google and search for look Coca-Cola, you will find a zip for the font. Yeah. So this is it's a public format or public version of the Coca-Cola font that is available to the public for them to install. Yeah. So to actually install a font, you need to go to your C drive where you have your operating system, then Windows, and then you have a folder called font. Okay, there are many ways to install fonts. Yeah. The way I normally do it when I have a special font is to drag and drop. Um, can drop any. Yeah, so I'll do this. Drag and drop. And by actually copying a font into this folder, it actually gets installed. Yeah. And if you do Loki, Coca-Cola regular is not part of this. Yeah. If you use any software, including Microsoft Word, I believe you'll be able to use the font. Now that I had opened this system, yeah, Coca-Cola, I had opened this application before I install the font. Yeah, so chances are that it hasn't picked the Loki Coca-Cola. chances are it's not there. So I need to restart this gym. Hopefully it will start very quickly. So this is gym. You can download it. It's a free software. You can use it to edit pictures uh, or manipulate images. It's equivalent to Photoshop, although this is free and it's a very good uh, software. Coca-Cola, and then search for uh, I think I've seen it. There it is. Yeah, yeah. So the fact that it's a public version of the the Coca-Cola font. Yeah. Um, it doesn't have exactly the original C. Yeah. Because if you uh, do Coca-Cola logo, you realize
Built
that
up the situation as you dive near it. It grabs you suddenly, and it doesn't let go
the original, the first
when it's
C
got you.
has a tail on the lower side. Yeah. And the one we have on the public domain, the cap C actually is a bit different. Sorry, misspelled. I think this is a Swahili version of Coca-Cola. Yeah. This is to maintain or preserve their originality. Yeah. And this is very good for corporate identity. Um,
Deep on the ocean floor, the sand striker,
moving on.
bobbit worm, waits, with multiple mouth parts displayed. Bone-hard grappling hooks, poised to pierce and immobilize prey. But the real nightmare remains unseen. Coil, pent-up aggression, as long as an arm,
So to
and some specimens
after you have completed all the characters, yeah, you need to compress
as
your
many
all the characters into a format that can actually be used. Yeah. And these are the common formats. There is the open type, yeah, and TF.
But fish are fast, and the sand strikers are feeding blind. They don't have eyes or a brain. They
Those
react
what
only
just
if
done
one of their
for,
antennae
yeah.
is
But
triggered
ODF is
or
open type
the
format
shadow
or open
lingers.
type features. Right. Of course, installation. We've seen how to
Patience.
install a font on a computer. At least this is for Microsoft um, operating system, Windows operating system. It's not very different from
Gotcha.
Linux, and definitely not very different from Mac. Um,
And the sand strikers are just getting started.
yeah, I think we can We can take a break at this point, yeah, before we proceed. There's a yeah, yeah. We can take a 15 minutes break. We come back at 10:25. 10:25. Uh, Welcome back. Miriam, you had a question about hinting. I think you referred to what font hinting is all about. Yeah. So what you realize is that at different resolution, the text changes. Yeah, especially here in a rastered or pixelized kind of image. Yeah, a raster image. We'll see the difference between. But a pixelized image is that it it is actually made out of pixels. Yeah. As you change the resolution, you get to see the pixel. Now, as you at the same time as you change the resolution, text changes. Yeah, the no text doesn't change, but the display changes. Yeah, there are some pixels that disappear and others appear, yeah, as you change the resolution. Now, for the display to know which pixel to show and which one not to show while maintaining the same text, yeah, the hinting capability will be able to actually know or it will control which pixel to display and which not to display. Yeah. I just picked this from the literature. I think this will illustrate better. When your font is this size, no, when the resolution is this size, yeah. Forgive my the way I'm changing terms, yeah. But when the resolution is this size, yeah, and this is a pixelized image, some pixels are shown at this resolution. Yeah. But as we um, reduce the resolution, yeah, the hinting mechanism is choosing which pixel to keep and which to get rid of, so as to maintain the display of an A. Yeah. Now, as you can see, when we get to the lowest resolution, this what do you call it? The serif has actually disappeared. Yeah. Uh, at this point. Yeah. So that's basically the hinting mechanism. Yeah. As we get to this resolution, yeah, the bar here that had two blocks in terms of pixel become one pixel as a bar. Yeah. We had three blocks here, but we have two here. We maintain two, but we are losing these pixels at the angle. Yeah. And finally, we lose the serif. Yeah. So that's basically hinting. Yeah. I hope it makes sense. Yeah. That is a question from Miriam. Uh, But lately, now this is equivalent to Photoshop. Yeah. If I use um, Inkscape, which is equivalent to Illustrator, Inkscape creates vectors. Yeah, where I'm going to do uh, color and font. Mm, font should be here. Can you pixel 26? Yeah. Let's take it to the same size we had here. Sorry, it's 40. Yeah, let's take it to 40. So that's 40. You're going to see as I change resolution, the quality of my text remains the same. Uh, yeah, this is more than 1,000. If you look here, I hope I'm sharing my entire screen. If you look here, the resolution is still 9,000. Yeah, you're going into 25,000 percentage, but we can't see the pixels. Yeah, that's the good thing about vector drawing. Yeah. It doesn't the quality of the image we create using vectors does not lose quality. Yeah. Just do the actual Coca-Cola color red. We don't lose quality. Yeah. As opposed to yeah. When we change resolution, yeah, zoom out, we we lose quality. Yeah. And that's where hinting comes into play because it needs to rearrange its pixels in such a way that we will still be able to read Coca-Cola. Yeah, but with modern applications, yeah, hinting is done now automatically. Before, when you are coming up with your font, yeah, or when it's done manually, hinting has to be done manually. So you're going to design your character at different sizes. Yeah, basic. Yeah. Mm, something here. All right. Let's proceed.
Anyway, we
Hopefully,
just saw Mango
finish before the
in
top of the
IBW
hour.
play, and Mango he did some stellar things and came back when he shouldn't have, and ultimately clinched the set versus IBW.
Actually,
As
yeah,
I
this
see
slide
on Twitter, has been talking about his internet being a problem, which
is linked
and
to
and
our
now we're getting
exercise today.
the finals
Remember,
Division One
here,
today,
yeah,
Zane versus Mango, and that's super pop. So these guys both played
you need to
defense
come up with an
on
artwork
single elimination.
of design using text only that conveys an expression or a feeling. Yeah. If you look on page 27, yeah, here, I think that uh, page 27, there's a why me kind of expression that uses text, and you can read the the laziness in that, yeah, or you can actually read an expression, yeah, in that wide way. So I'll illustrate when we do our lab at the top of our T11, how you can actually uh, come up with something unique, or is that, yeah, got rid of it. Yeah, something unique that will, or the I showed a unique letter, yeah, that would require actually design skills to reproduce. Like C could actually could this C is not just it's not a font, it's a drawing. Yeah. So they draw that C, and then the rest of the Coca-Cola uh, follows. Yeah. Okay. Mm. So we the text could actually be used in very many aspects. Yeah, menus, interactive buttons, fields, uh, HTML symbols, and icons. Like a menu, you have an example here. Yeah, this is the GIMP doc for layers and fonts. Yeah, but there's text actually that um, is used to navigate through. Yeah, it tells us how many frames are available, and we use this when we create websites. Yeah, and then we have buttons um, that are used to email or click back, or any for any other purposes. Mm, for fields for reading, you have mm, you have an image, but also text. Yeah, uh,
8 people, and now they're playing. It's
ideally
1600, and those are getting some
we
smaller pieces of
would
that pie. Yeah, here we are. I'm just thinking,
use
wow,
text
Mango,
as
I,
a
I'm
hint.
kind
Yeah,
of waiting my entire day
to
to play this game.
images that
Right.
we are
Looking across the
displaying when we have
bracket, when
like
is he gonna get to play this game? Yeah, this
project
is the fight for number one.
presentation.
Yeah, for sure. As far as melee goes, these are.
It could be portrait or
It's
landscape.
just such a
Yeah.
like I just actually saw Mango do a full hop drop down your platform, shine your get
One of the rules
like that's the first stop.
in
Yeah,
designing
and
displayed
he's
content
gaming
is that
right
we
now. Yeah,
have to limit
particularly
the
with that.
scroll.
But
Yeah.
then Zane, if he touches you, you're like,
That's why actually
up,
this
yeah, you
kind
gotta
of
keep doing it.
PowerPoint
Oh,
presentations
what?
come
Our
into
MTI
slides.
tipper was so incredible.
Better to use slides than scrolling.
This little follow up too, even though he missed the string, it's like,
Uh, you have
oh,
HTML here,
oh, he
and
caught up. He's aggro edge guards.
they
Whoa!
actually use text
That was down,
as
down air to pop
standard.
him up, and but that didn't pop him up. It just sent
So
him
you
like
have symbols and icons. Yeah.
damn.
Mm,
Yeah, hot mangoes.
this could be
Mangoes coming
one of
really
your
intense that
reading
Wednesday. I'm gonna
assignments
sit for a
to
little while.
tell
He's a little,
the difference
not one
between
that hard.
symbols
Oh, I bet he's
and
playing. Oh, he's not. Holy
icons.
dude, Mango's ability to get past those jabs.
So remember, most of these
I love
words
like a
we have used them,
back when he
yeah,
played less ball one.
uh,
He's still fucking got it.
so many times, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Mark, bro.
But we
He is Mark. I feel like.
use them interchangeably.
What a sword
So
Sammy knows what to do. Nice.
there's also the difference between caption and label, yeah, which I invite you to
They're shot at the
actually
front.
find me.
We're going to go back down to losers for losers semis, which means we're going to see
Okay.
Mentos go up against Zeebies, two of our lucky survivors that have managed to last this long. Winner gets to fight Zaro. Not Zaro, it's a penguin. So we'll see what happens there. We're going to be starting on
Yeah, these
Ethereal
are some of the
Mentos,
rules
rocking the Shovel
that
Knight
you already
against
know.
Zeebies Edos, and what a way to start! Right in his face and still
That
parrying the
you
icicle.
can actually
It's a little
do.
weird seeing Mentos versus
Yeah.
Zeebies, but it's also Analyst versus Shovel Knight, but I'm digging it right now. These guys have both shown that they're putting in a lot.
We normally we come across this American standard code for information interchange in when you're defining the character set, yeah, that will be used for your HTML, or even when you're creating a database, yeah. And this is very important for standardization, yeah. And it's used actually in most applications that use
I'm gonna be
text,
honest.
yeah,
And I know that we saw the
and
Mentos
symbols,
scorecard
even in your
earlier, but after
Microsoft
that, it's been all Shove.
Word
Yeah, there's just a little
software.
bit in the winner's bracket, if my memory's right.
The standard
Once
is
again,
always
pairing
used,
the icicles.
and the
So looking for those
institute
quick
that is
punches.
in charge of updating these
Yeah, just
standards,
committing with
yeah,
super high
is the
recovery.
American
Fast.
International Standard Institute. Um,
Just the falling spinning. Okay. Oh my god, that almost took him right off
yeah,
the top.
this
Yeah.
I
Just the
I
high
saw like
laser
in one.
catches them
It's
all
normally used
over.
in
I noticed to go high. Then like literally the moment Mentos
HTML,
had enough money to buy
and
the Ghost Gauntlets, he dropped all neutral and bought them. And I was like, that's a little bit risky, but just seeing how much that changes neutral instantly, I
the
get it.
commonly used
Yeah.
architecture is
It's so interesting.
Unicode,
Of all the
16-bit architecture for
different items that Shovel Knight can buy.
multilingual
Not
text
only
and
is it a
character
oh, what's he gonna buy, but every Shovel Knight seems to have different preferences for what items they want and in which matchups. And so
Font Lab is the software that they suggest here, because of its compatibility. I need to confirm if but we are not using it here. Yeah, we are not using it in this uh, in this particular course. Yeah. But for creative and attractive text,
and then Mentos like, hey, I really want the gauntlet right now.
this
And
Photoshop,
then immediately shows us why, like that.
Gene for
It
that
makes so much
matter,
sense because like what
and
makes
Indirect.
analysts pulls them into the up smash. What makes analysts so scary
Yeah,
is that
for
not only
hypertext
how fast
and
they weave back and
hypermedia,
forth in
this
your
is
face,
what
but if
we
you just
what
have
we
that
cover
projectile
this
you keep
week.
tossing out in front of you, you have a safety zone.
All right, this
Right?
is
And as Mentos was showing in some
oil.
earlier sets, if you DI the gauntlet wrong off stage, it immediately sets up for a sweet spot shovel drop and you're just dead.
At this point, I'll take some questions before we do the lab exercise. Any questions? So in the lab, we're going to use Inkscape to actually um, manipulate our text. Yeah. So my letter of choice will be W. Yeah. Mm. And this will take some time to draw, but you can see through. Yeah, you can relax and see the transformation. So the task is actually to come up with an artwork that um, convey an expression. Yeah, and able to discover some tips. If I want to move one node, I can actually move one. But if I want to move a group of nodes, then I can select a group of nodes and move them. Makes a lot. If I want to create a node, you see, I need to create a node here. Then I'll double click just at that part, and then a node will be created. Now this node is rounded. Yeah, it has a rounded corner. If I want to make it sharp, I will select that node, yeah, and click on this so to make a sharp corner. Once, then twice. Yeah, then I it creates a kind of uniformity because I want uh, it to curve just the way this first has curved. So from calligraphy, when you're using a pen actually to write, yeah, normally when you are going up, yeah, when you go up, this stroke is normally lead, yeah. It's a rule in calligraphy, yeah. And when you go down, yeah, the descending stroke should be thicker than the ascending. You see this in most calligraphy. So this is how I want my W to be, yeah. But I need to now complete the shape. Sometimes you don't need some nodes, yeah, if they make you, if they don't help you control your your drawing.
Like it got that much distance. It's terrifying. Oh, and that big.
Uh,
Ready for a 5-yard shot. Just one inch of the maybe or try and fluff it
need to raise this up. I think this is okay for now. Yeah. So I want to come up with a word. Yeah. Can review. Yeah. I'll use control and resize so that I don't lose the aspect ratio. Yeah. Because if I don't hold control, I'll lose the shape there, which is not good. So control Z, then hold control and then resize so that. But the good thing with vector drawing is that even if I reduce the size of this, when I zoom in and zoom out, I will not study of my drawing. Yeah. All right. I'm sure. Okay, I want to come up with a word that is very common. I'm sure most of you know this 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 liquid. Yeah. So it's whiskey. I want to look for a font that will match my W. Yeah. Probably a script. Yeah, French script. This can be. So we'll do that. Yeah. So the size can actually match a bit. Holding control to keep the. So we realize that if we use the W in here, it would be this. Yeah. And for anyone using the font French script, easy for them to actually. If this was my brand, yeah, it would be easy for anyone to copy this. Yeah. Now that I want my W to be unique, yeah, I have created my own W. Yeah. And that's not the end. Question here. Philip, yeah, you can work. Yeah. But I think whiskey is better because the president has given us has granted permission. I'm a VP. Anyway, this is just an example. Yeah, it's not tied to anyone's personality, especially mine. All right, I'm going to work on this Y. So I'll use the Bezier and the triangle and then do this because I want to do a sort of underline. Uh, so I will put this here. Double click to add our, um, a node because I want to do a sort of now. These are letters, yeah. Uh, that's frozen. I hope it doesn't crash because this software can crash anytime. Yeah. It has frozen. Pray it doesn't crash. And I haven't saved. Yeah, this is one of the lessons we can learn. Yeah, it's good to save your work. Otherwise, you see the effort I have put in to come up with that W will be lost. Yeah. So I hope it doesn't crash. Yeah. And right now I can't do anything. Yeah. I can't do anything. Absolutely. Uh, this is bad. Yeah. It's very, very bad. Yeah. Very bad. Let me close some applications. And close this. Making it worse. Yeah. Close it. Yeah. Meanwhile, I could. It's behaving like a strap on laptop. Well, yeah, we 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 have limited resources. Yeah, so for that matter, we we suffer. Yeah, but um, I'll just I'll just kill it. Yeah, I'll just kill it and start. Um, Let me stop sharing for a while. Let me see what I can do. Yeah. Oh, Solomon, I was in the club before you. I'm using a core I3, so I believe this is my way of life. Yeah. I have lost so many things in terms of PC crashing and losing projects. Yeah, I've, this has happened so many times. Yeah, if you need to be, you need to be strong. Yeah, so just go to Task Manager and end this process. Yeah, make peace with what you want to lose. Yeah, right. Start fresh. Yeah. Kuna matata. Fine. But I'll start saving. Yeah. See why we need salvation. Good to save all the time. Be saved all the time. Salvation is good. Is it salvation or something else? So I'll start with the whiskey. Is it because I use whiskey? Should I use what? Now I start with whiskey. Make it red. Uh, Now I'll show you some positive trends. Mm, so I'll increase this a bit. Uh, okay. Now something I'll show you. This is text, but I'm going to convert it into path. Yeah. Now to do that, I'm going to select this edit path by node, and then click on this convert selected object to path. Yeah. When I do this, every letter becomes path. Yeah, so I'm going to save this very quickly before put it on the desk. It has to be risky. It has to be whiskey. No whiskey, no party. Yeah, I'm not recording this. Yeah. So this is Brazier. I'll redo my tail here as a triangle. Then add node, Control S, or save, just in case we do this. Something I want to show you why I have stopped. Now you see, I'm pulling this node, but it's jumping. It's jumping to here and snap. Yeah, it is jumping to the next node and wants to snap. Snap means identifying the node in this area and snapping to it. That means joining another node. Yeah, I don't want that. I want to control how I want to position my node. So there is enable snapping here. I hope you can all see that. Bring it here. There's this enable snapping that I'm going to disable so that my nodes can move them freely. very important when you are a freedom fighter and you want your things to be where you want them to be. I want this tail. Now, after I've completed this tail, because it's still an object, I'm going to convert it into a path as well. So I'll click this, so it becomes a path. Yeah. And with this, things change. I don't know why it doesn't pick. There it is. I want to link it to this. I'll click this. So this Y has to connect to this tail seamlessly. So I'll delete a few nodes here. Need to move fast. I have to bring it here. Maybe I have to bring it here and make this round. Okay. Yeah. So it becomes red. So there's no proportion here. I need to change this. Get rid of this. So yeah. And reduce this proportion. Yeah, I think that works for now. Yeah. Control F so that I don't lose this. Yeah. Now my W. Can I reuse this? I don't think. Well, I can. Just, so if I have many nodes here and I want to reduce them, remove those unnecessary nodes, I'll use Control L. So with Control L, I'm losing quite a number of nodes. But it's difficult for me to use this because I have a shape that I want and it doesn't actually bring it out. So I will I'll just use this a brush so that I can actually do what I wanted to have. Something like that. So when I do a brush, I do edit nodes. I have so many nodes here. I isolate it a bit, so I work on it. So these nodes, I'm going to use Control L to get rid of all these nodes. Control L very repeatedly. Yeah. Again, Control L, so nodes disappear. Have quite a simple drawing with nodes. Control S to save, so that in case it crashes, I won't lose a lot. All right, so we start with this. Okay, I can actually remove the fill color, yeah, and put the out color. And then with the fill and stroke, I can reduce the outline. Yeah. So I will do this. I'm just trying to create my own W. Yeah. So lines are crossing here, a bit crazy. We need to add a node here, make it sharp. One, delete. This node I don't need. Delete. I need a sharp edge here. Sharp edge here. Control F, just save. Save. This coil a bit. Okay. Trying to move fast because of time. I need a sharp corner here. Get rid of this. Reorganize here. If I get rid of this, yeah, fine. Okay, this would be around. Yeah, that's okay. So as it goes up, it's slim or thin, and it comes down. It's a bit thick. Yeah. Because when you actually use your pen to write, when you go up, you don't use a lot of energy. That's why the line going up is a bit slim. Yeah. But when you start coming down, you actually use quite a bit of energy. Not perfect, but I'll continue later and then share with you my final submit with my final output. Yeah. Okay. The fill. Great. Yeah. 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 Not bad. Yeah. Now I need to connect them. Yeah. So I will do a Bezier, none, not triangle. Basically, this in red. Maybe it will be a bit thick, and then this. No, 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 no. Yeah, red. So control. Need to join them so that they actually look like one. But sorry. Um, yeah. Well, this is okay. Now you see this cross here. It's the pivot point. I can bring it here and now actually twist this. Use that as the pivot point. Yeah, that will make my life easier. Those are some of the tricks we use, but it's still not. Now you see, this is okay. I think that's okay. That is see. I'll use. This is why you need a mouse and not a touchpad because some of these need precision, and you definitely don't need to have taken some history to be in trouble. Put here 98, and that's it. Yeah. Well, uh, I'll link this to path so that I can chop out some of those extensions. Not perfect, but good. I think the S and K also need some reparation. I won't create anything. I'll just select um, okay. I will move this. Move this. batteries of it. Now, here I need the snap. Yeah, I'll use snap to actually snap this there and
Yeah,
hopefully
how
snap
a
that.
place will be more useful.
Now,
Be more
sometimes you
useful.
need it, sometimes you don't.
A place to be more useful.
Let me see. All right. Yes, that is it. This is not good. Well, Control S. Not the best, yeah, but this is an example of how you can actually come up with your unique uh, uh, sort of font, yeah. Because if somebody knew that actually we used the French sorry, French script, yeah, they will need a bit of effort to actually meet um, to actually come up with the same output as what we have done here. Yeah, and I can continue change the way my H is displayed, twist a little bit of my I, S, K, and Y is already changed. Yeah, and pattern it. Yeah, to my company, and that becomes actually uh, my creation. Yeah, you know, it's just like the way you're writing your IS project. Yeah, you are not starting your research from scratch. Yeah, that's why you actually have citations and references because you're building on something that was built before. Yeah, but I believe in terms of legal matters or copyright. Yeah, if I pick a font and then change the way it looks a little bit, yeah, um, or even just completely change the way it looks, yeah, it would be acceptable for me to pattern the new creation and make it my own, yeah, as long as there's no close resemblance. Yeah. Okay. Any comments on that? Uh, how did I disable the cup? Vani Otieno, I don't get your question. Yeah. Some of you are laughing. I don't know where exactly, but I hope for the good. Yeah. How you can even use abstract? Um, Gerald, Fitzgerald, your comment is a bit. I don't get uh, question or suggestion. Vani, the other question: how did you disable cast, cast mode? What is that? Yeah. Please um, elaborate or clarify your question.
I'm just going to very calmly place the dry ice right.
Right. So your task is actually to come up with the same. Yeah. You do this
in today's video. I'm going to destroy a very dangerous ground yellow jacket nest. Guys, I'm out here on my brother's farm.
Because of this week, so that on Monday we will have achieved something. I will not assess this task,
now in past
but
videos,
you can see it will help you familiarize with
this video,
with
I'm going to fill the underground chamber with CO2.
with the
Now, dry ice,
software.
solid
Yeah.
CO2,
And
very quickly it turns to a gas. And it's denser than
you
air.
can feel free to
down,
reach out
fill the
to me
underground chamber,
if you're stuck
utilize the yellow
anywhere. We
jacket.
can always have a
I'm
private
dig up
Zoom
the
meeting, and if you're stuck, I'll show you how to proceed. Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah. Any questions? No, you must not use Inkscape. You don't have to use Inkscape. If somebody else must use Inkscape, no, you don't have to. You can use something else. Disable snapping. If that's what you meant, snapping is right here. If you were, you just installed Inkscape, then your view could be like this. You have icons on the right side. So snapping will be here on the right side. Yeah, it's because my custom view, I use custom view, so all the icons on the right side move to the top. That's why my snapping will actually come to the top.
The nest, once it's neutralized, we're going to feed it to wild animals. I've seen where skunks have dug up yellow jacket nests and the larva. So what I'm going to do is set up the motion camera and see what comes.
When you install Inkscape for the first time, you have this icon
on the right side. Yeah. I'm curious how long it's going to take. And I'm not going to wear my bee suit, at least at first. If I start getting stung, I'll put it on. But at first, I'm curious how well this works. It should keep them from coming out of the hole and attacking me.
Editing
Let
bar,
me show you the nest and then
both of them on the right side.
Dry ice down to see if it works.
Because I use
okay, you can see the ground yellow jacket nest. There's some guards right at the entrance, ready to attack anything that comes along. What I'm going to do is place the CO2 right there and see if it kills them. Then we'll add more until
editing node bar.
They look kind of agitated with me being here. Hopefully I don't get stung. And I am by a busy road, so cars might come along. I wonder what the heck I'm doing. I'm just going to very calmly place the dry ice right there on the entrance.
Right. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and then get your.
Now I have got stung several times through my clothing, but I was able to swat them. It's not too bad. They are so mad. They are swarming the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my bee suit so I don't get stung anymore. And we'll see how long it takes for the dry ice to work.
We can have a 10-minute break. Yeah. We can break for 10 minutes as I prepare your assignment one.
It just didn't work.
There's no need for you to do what? To write your admission number. Yeah. I collect the participant list from Zoom. Yeah. Let me show you. So I have a folder here called attendance full time and evening class. So you guys are here. So every time after class,
how does it look from down there?
At Excel, I see CSV file. Yeah, a thicker CSV file opens like this. Yeah. So we have everyone here and their email addresses.
It seems that it's a trend for fighting games to have.
And you log in and out, and it actually records how long you've been attending. Like Anita here was in and out, in and out, in and out. But this could be due to connection, or the way your connection is here. And this is a total of minutes Anita was in class. Yeah. Now I have I import that file on a script, a small script I wrote. So it does this attendance. So it tick. So you have present in P green, absent in. Of course, well, it's not. So this is how it works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. But the most important part is that your name is here, and we can always verify. So it's pretty. It's good. It's better that way. Makes my life easier. I know some of you already raising alerts that you were there, but it's saying you're absent. No, you're not absent, Victor. This is just a sample, but it will work. Yeah. So this is last week and in the past week. So after today's class, I'll import another one for it to fill 11th of Ali, Yasmin, it's okay. Yasin, sorry. It's okay. I will correct. Yeah. Don't mind. Yeah. But anyway, don't worry. I know you're there because you're actually on this. Yeah. So you're on this file. Just probably a mismatch of your email, but I will correct. Yeah. So it will be accurate by the time I collect attendance. Yeah. So like this is what date? This is fifth. Yeah. If I look for let me see. AM. Yeah. What's your Cayman? What's your email? Oh, I don't know. No, you're not present. So let's look for Vivian. Vivian. Now that's where the problem is. But anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So what date was this? Fifth. Yeah. You probably yeah. Cayman. You probably need something.
Sijui roho ya kinyama Uhuru ndugu yangu umetoa wapi? Wapi ile roho yako wewe kabla ukuwe rais? Basi sasa wakati umefungwa jela, wewe mwenyewe ulijipatia pesa, ndio nikawatoa jela ukawasaidia. Hiyo
All right. Let's look at the assignment. So you assignment 1 is about the drawing. Yeah, I think it's now available on e-learning. If you look at week 1, I think. Yeah, it's in week 1. So in your assignment 1, you're required to come up with a drawing. Yeah, and these drawings are basically eyes. Yeah. So you can so the technique is actually to trace. Yeah. I suggest you use any illustrative or illustration software. Could be Inkscape is the first choice, and then Adobe Illustrator.
And I'm gonna be honest, I hate white people. Facts. Same.
So
Same.
you're going to pick one of these eyes
Hold on.
replicate them. Yeah. Now, how do you trace? I'll just pick number 5 maybe for purposes of illustration. I'll pick number 5 and save somewhere on my desk. Control and Control and so once you've selected an image, yeah, you can drag and drop here. Wait, is that dialog box? You leave it as embed, yeah, because if you link when you submit, the image will not be part of the software. Yeah. Yet I need to see the original image and what you have drawn. So it's good to embed. So when you embed, you get this. Yeah. Now, be careful. Don't resize without pressing the control button. Otherwise, you will lose the shape. Yeah. So for you to resize, you press and hold control and then scale. Yeah. Press and hold control, then scale. Yeah. Now, this is the original image. For you to come up with a similar drawing, you need to trace. Yeah. Now, you have a layer, which is the original. Yeah. I normally rename this layer to base. Yeah. Because it's the original. And then I plus create a new layer that you call art, which is going to be your artwork. And as you can see, the art is on top of the base. Yeah. So whatever drawing I'm going to execute on the art layer, yeah, yeah, I'm going to make it red, is going to be on top of the base. Yeah, makes it easy. Here's a question or suggestion. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who is this? Brian. Yeah, it's okay. Uh, the now to trace, you most likely going to use the Bezier, yeah, for many other uh, parts of the eye, yeah. But for this, so you have many. There are many ways you can actually come up with this eye. You can use objects or trace. Yeah. So, like for this white uh, part of the eye, I'm going to use the rectangle. Yeah. It's actually a square. I'm going to remove the fill color and then rotate. Convert the square into a path. I'm going to lose this node and this one and actually complete this part. If I hide the base, that's what I get. Yeah. The circle will be used for the iris. This is straightforward. Remove double Control D to duplicate. Control D duplicate. Control Z. And there you go. Yeah. Then Control D, duplicate. Then I have that. All right. And then I'm going to use the Bezier triangle out for this. So remove the inner color and put the out color. And pull it here.
Okay.
Double click for a node, an additional node, because I need a curve here. I need another node here. I'll reduce this. Yeah. So this is basically tracing. Yeah. Not very complicated.
Okay.
Select the not very complicated. Well, Now you can hide other objects for you to have a clear picture of the rest of what you want to do. You see, this is still an object that is automatic. It still has the automatic way of increasing or reducing. Now, for me to have flexibility and to be able to make it fit correctly, I need to convert it into a path. Yeah. So with that, I will lose the automatic way of, so I'll have nodes all over its perimeter. So I'll control L to remove unnecessary nodes. Yeah. And then I can start putting it in the correct shape. Yeah. It makes it much easier. Lose this node and have that. Okay. I'll create another one. Same triangle out for this. I'll change its color to white so I can see very well. Now I need to lose the inner color so that I can trace it. I can trace the original picture of it. Okay, now the eyebrows, that will be easy. 1, 2. I'll change its direction. In that way. So I have one here.
Okay, see you.
Control D to duplicate. Yeah. Control D to duplicate. D again. Yeah. So I need, I'm doing it fast because we don't have much time left. I'm just showing you what you're going to do. Yeah, I think that's okay. Control D to duplicate here. Rotate. It doesn't have to be very perfect, but it has to be better or appealing. Right. Last, I think I need something like this. Control D. Invert. Transpose. I need a node here because there is that. Okay. Now I need to color them. So I will have this. I'll hold Shift to actually select more objects. Press and hold Shift to select more objects.
I can't say this is where I thought workshop.
All of them are black.
First and foremost, I need everything about this character. They actually just added, or else I would have
All
got.
of them are black.
And I'm so happy about that. Okay.
None of them have
Right.
an
Off
outer
to a
line.
good start. You know things are good. Immediately when you jab this. Oh.
Yeah. I think this is a good start for the eye. Now this
Right?
will be white
What even is that?
in color.
That's forward air. Aim assist. He whips out a sniper rifle from the back there. Look how.
No outline.
Oh my god, but it hits hard.
This will be black.
You know, actually, let's see.
No outline.
No, it's a quick scope. But you know what? That's acceptable.
This will be white.
Is that just for promo? Yes.
No outline.
Okay. Wait, it has a hit marker.
So I'm going to hit
Oh my god.
and then bring the base. Just see. This is green.
So look at the run.
This is black.
It's a run animation.
This is white.
So what's the top?
I think
Okay, so it's not all gun.
this is green.
It's just mostly gun. What is this? Hang on. Oh. Sure. At least he has a face shield. At least he's, protecting himself.
Right, so
What is it? It just heals him. That seems counterproductive.
now because they're arranged in such a way that this is on top of this, I need to push this up. Just on top of.
That's just his F-tilt. He just
no outline.
Huge ass shotgun.
Yeah, and then I need the brazier.
What?
No triangle, just none. I will do.
No, it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is white. Control L. Or I could get rid of nodes individually that I don't need.
It's gonna rip me up worse. I want to go with a 9 iron.
Yeah.
I won't lie to this.
Okay, then remove the base. Or could go to layer.
California 2-spot octopus is on the side.
Okay.
At just up to 1.5 feet. He's a tasty morsel for hungry seals.
I'll snap.
Ravenous moray eels. Today, he's on the hunt.
Yeah.
Looking for shellfish.
No, control Z.
But octopus has stumbled onto a shellfish of the wrong kind. California mantis shrimp. Octopus's cousins should have warned him. Mantis here,
right.
No shrimp.
And then I think I will create another
in his family. He's great at attack.
Layer as background and put it right below the art. Yeah.
Octopus, however,
on
gives
that
chase.
I can put a board.
Following what he thinks is an
the board should be there. It's not visible.
It's a big mistake. Once in his burrow, Mantis takes a stance and transforms into a warrior.
Yeah. So that will help me actually polish.
It's a warning to Octopus to back off. But Octopus is not buying it. Octopus isn't using any of his 9 brains. And Mantis has had enough. He pulls up his hammer claws and goes into attack. His claws hit Octopus with the speed and force of a bullet.
Yeah. Not perfect,
Sweet.
but I think this
Nobody
serves
told
as
him
a
about his claws.
demonstration for your
Mantis
assignment one.
delivers another punch with a
Any
force almost
questions?
as strong as the crushing jaws of an African lion.
Uh, any questions?
Octopus retreats. But Mantis is only just getting started. This time, it's a bullseye. Right
So you have 2 weeks.
eyes.
You have 2 weeks for this. The eye is it's the most complex, I
Ready
think,
for another
body part
round.
when it comes to drawing, and that's why we're going to spend some time
But Octopus can't take it anymore.
drawing the eye. Yeah,
He heads off
you
to
have
find some real shrimp.
different types here that actually have different expressions of the same. It could be the same
Spread
person.
reminds him. Never judge
When they have their eyes wide open, when they blink, their mood actually is determined using their eye, when they have their eyes closed, and that kind of stuff. So the idea is that you
Well,
if you draw one
take
eye,
it out of a mole,
yeah,
but look at how much dirt the moles are piling up in my yard. When I hit this with the right lawnmower, it's a huge mess. So we're going to try to trap the moles. Today for Mouse Trap Monday, we're going to catch a mole
I
with
will
another live catch trap made by Gopher Limited. A
reduce
really simple
this,
trap. It's a box trap with a spring-loaded door in front.
move
We'll
it
go in there,
here,
push the
Control
back,
D
and
to
the door will
duplicate,
close. So let's start digging, find a
and
tunnel, and set up our
you
trap.
can actually have 2 eyes. Yeah, depending on
These moles have
the angle
Oh, there's the tunnel in the center.
of your shooting. Yeah, it's easy to come up with the second eye if it's straightforward. If it's a
I found the main hole
face-to-face
right here.
shooting
Can stick my arm there.
or
We're going to go ahead and place the
frame.
trap, fill dirt
Yeah.
around it, and hopefully
But then in that
that
case,
it's caught.
this white
Opening right in the
part
hole.
of the eye will move here.
Backfill it.
But we'll go through this later.
Well, it's been a few hours and quite a bit has happened. At first, when I dug this hole, there were 2 tunnels, one going this way and one going this way. I set up the trap for the main tunnel.
Yeah, you can use Blender,
Filled it in from the back.
shell, or
I moved the trap, and guess what? It set off. We'll go ahead and take a look.
You can use
And there's our mole
any
right there.
software.
Now, last time I live caught a mole, quite a few
But
people like seeing
the
it.
most
I'm going
important
to go take a closer look.
part, as you use
Here's the mole
any
we caught.
software to
Much
draw,
more active and aggressive.
it's good to
Last mole
see
featured
all
in the
these
video.
layers.
These
I
animals
need
are designed for living underground. They have extremely soft fur.
because
Just comes off like dust. Their eyes and ears are tiny. That way it doesn't get dirt in their face.
when you draw a cartoon, you don't redraw every frame
Sharp teeth.
from
They like
scratch.
animals like
Yeah?
worms, grubs, and vertebrates.
You
Probably is not
you
great,
change
like being in the
a
light.
few
dark place.
objects
Now
or
we
layers
get out of here.
on the previous frame
Posture
to
for a mole
actually
is
come up with
turn on their
the
backs
frame.
and squeak and show their teeth and big paws, just like this.
Like we're actually going to we're going
Never
to
even seen a mole because they
blink
live
the eye.
underground.
We're going
I want
to
to see how they dig.
have a
Yeah. When I was
animation
there,
demo.
I had an ant farm.
We're going to see how we can actually make this eye blink. And for that, you need these objects in the layers, yeah, because they
That way you can see the ants digging tunnels. While I
we
built
change, we
farm,
just make a
larger
few
version
changes
of an ant
on
farm.
them
I'm going to fill it with
for us
dirt.
to
We'll give them funny
achieve the
worm feed,
blinking.
some water in the dirt, and see what happens. So here's what I came up with. It's a 2-sided panel. This slides
So you
out.
use any software. You're not
This is
if you are creative
pull off the
class.
layer.
You're free to use any software as long as you have the layers and the objects.
Watch how fast our mold disappears in the loose soil.
Any questions?
In no time at all, it's buried. Let's go.
All right.
We're far away from the yard,
12:15.
a place where I don't care to dig. So I'm going to dump out the bucket of dirt and watch it roll away.
Feel free to contact me if you need
It's not trying to run away, it's trying to
if you're
dig.
missing some steps or if you want to get tips. Otherwise, most of these are on YouTube. Yeah, most
This sawdust tough, but it's digging good
everything I'll
quickly.
share
Those
are
claws
on
are so
YouTube.
powerful.
I'm going to share
So
with
your
you
new
a
Mr. Mole.
tutorial for Inkscape. But in the meantime, all right, my internet is a bit slow. Go on YouTube, do Inkscape, eye drawing or portrait drawing. You'll be ahead of the class. Yeah, you'll be ahead. Yeah. I'll share the recording. It's recorded on the cloud, and I'll share the link in the group. Okay. Have a good week ahead. Yeah.
Well, that was handy.